Here we go.
Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
Dollar, dollar.
Episode 59 of Take As Needed is brought to you by Soulita Soap.
My name is Jimmy.
Where's the crack?
My name is Jimmy.
What the fuck?
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Stimmy. Stimmy.
Dollar, dollar.
Are we fucking stimulated today, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, we are. Fuck. What are you doing with your 1400? I don't care. I don't want to know. Do whatever you want. Buy a hooker. Buy a pair of fucking Jordans. Buy a couple pair of Jordans. Do what you want. I'd be damned if a girl fucking making money on OnlyFans tells me that I can't fucking go do whatever with my 1400. That's all. They're just hating. You're showing tits. I'm showing nothing. And I'm getting 1400. Pop off. That was the wrong one.
Knock it.
That was the wrong one too. That was the right one. And because I fucked up 2 or 3 times, we're hitting them with the...
Get the fuck out of here.
Woo! I got some podcast rust. I was fucking realizing that this morning at the gym. I was listening to my own podcast because I'm full of myself. And it's really because like when you advice to anybody like starting podcasting, because I would never I'm at a point right now where I'm trying to create like a network out here for podcasting, right? And if you want to do a podcast, do it. I'm not gonna be one of them niggas who's like, ew, you want to fucking start podcasting? Like if you're gonna be half-assed about it, then I'll have that attitude. I'm not one to be like, ew, you're podcasting now? What the fuck? Since when were you into podcasting? That's such like a hipster thing to do. Ew, you just started listening to fucking shut the fuck up.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking assholes. Everybody's a fucking hipster. You know what you guys remind me of when you act like that? Every tool bag on Thayer Street. I said it, and I'll say many things that people want to say but don't have the balls to say because that's who I is. And the stimmy hit today, and I'm feeling it. If you're not feeling it, you're lying. If you're going to sit here and tell me you're not feeling it because the 14 hit your bank account, then you're lying. But if you're telling me you're feeling an extra because a $1,400 stimulus check hit your bank account today, then I'll tell you that something's also wrong because 1,400 is still it's only 1,400. But I'm grateful anyway. But I was listening to my podcast from a year ago today at the gym, and bro, your boy got some fucking rust. And it's not even like I stopped for a little bit, yeah, because I went through some serious depression, as we all are this year, whether we want to admit it or not. And wow, I don't know what to do. I kind of want to like get off my meds and see what happens, ride the wave. But you know, I definitely think I'm still going through the COVID stuff, which is fun. My mind's just not working the way it used to. I kind of feel a little slow, kind of. And it sucks. I can't remember shit. My mind is not as sharp. Fucking, and don't send me any any supplement stuff. Shut the fuck up. I teach you. You don't teach me. I'm the podcaster. You're the listener. I'm kidding. I'm really feeling it now. You know what the mood, because this is the mood right here, bro. Guys, do whatever you want with your 1400. It doesn't fucking matter because I don't know. Depending on, this is probably the last one, and if COVID keeps acting up, they're just gonna keep fucking printing money, and I just see shit going up. If you ask me, I just think shit's gonna go up. They keep printing money, so people know that people have money, so they're just gonna keep raising prices on shit. That's my logic. I don't know if I'm thinking like an 11-year-old. Usually I do. I'm not very advanced. This is why I fucking did not jerk off till I was like 16, while all the other kids were like dude, I'm fucking using a towel and shit. And I'm like, using the towel for what? You're peeing?
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
used to think jerking off was peeing. That was hilarious. That was a funny ass time. Dude, so I used to think jizzing was peeing. Let me paraphrase that. One time this girl fucking dry humped. I think I said this story on this podcast before, but I'll tell it again anyway. One time this girl dry humped me when I was like 14, and I totally lied to her about being 14. I was like, I'm 16. So I lied to her about being 16, but I was actually 14. Big boss moves. Actually, yeah, so yeah, I was 14 lying to her about being 16. And I was like, fuck it, man. This is cool. She's 16. I'm fucking... And I think I was actually 13 turning 14. So that was savage. That was very, very savage. I think that's a Johnny Depp cologne. But anyway, I lied to her about my age. And it was cool. It was a nice little summer thing. And then I fucking had we were making out, and she dry humped the shit out of me, and I literally jizzed my pants. I'm not. This is not a bit. I'm not exaggerating. I'll write something about this for stand up. But as some of you know, my stand up is like mostly true. It's mostly true. I've just lived, I think, a funny life, or there's things in my life that are like, I feel like are kind of not funny, but like, if I say it a certain way, it is funny. Like, if you think about it a certain way. So me jizzing myself back then, I was just kind of... I remember as a kid, right? I was like, what the fuck just happened? This girl's dry humping me, and I just feel like a pulsing sensation in my dick, which I felt before. I was like, oh, I'm just getting hard. It's swelling up. No big deal. This has happened. I think you figure that out immediately. That's different. But I think I was like, when that happened... She was dry humping me in her room, and all her brothers were home, and I was cool with them. So that was super awkward. And she dry humped me, and I just fucking blew a load in my pants. And in the moment, she's like dry humping me, and if there was like my subconscious like talking inside me, I was probably like, oh, this is nice. Oh yeah, this is great. Oh yeah, I could feel it. I could feel it growing. It's morphing. It's evolving. It's leaking. And then I thought I pissed myself. You fucking idiot. If there was ever a time, and the funny shit is, right? I lied about the 16 thing. I probably started jerking off when I was like 15. Until then, it was just like, all right, this must be what happens when guys get dry humped by older girls. Oh my God, life's a party. Life was a party back then. It still is. We're just social distancing. That was fucking hilarious. I look back at if I had a time machine to go back and tell 14-year-old me that I wasn't peeing myself, because this is the funniest thing, right? That happened, and I literally like she must have been so confused, because at 16 she was obviously more advanced, and she was dry humping me. So I assume that like me being a little fucking pussy, and also I feel like if roles were reversed, that would be fucked up. And I'm telling this story, and I'm listening to it now, and I'm like, yo, what if I was 16 and the girl was 14? That would be fucked up. But because I was 14 and the girl was 16, it is what it is, right? But I wanted it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't. But if roles were reversed, it'd be a fucking completely different story. Anyway, off topic. Kind of not off topic, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I legitimately thought I pissed myself, so I like... In her mind, she was probably like, let's get it on. And in my mind, I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here. I got to get as far away from this crib as I can, because I just pissed myself. And I don't know why that happened. from her, like was it a nervous thing? That's what was going through my mind. Like, did I just nervously piss myself? I know I'm not that lame. There's no way I pissed myself. So then, I fucking run out the crib. She in her mind, she was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I just dry humped the shit out of this dude. He's probably hard and ready to go. Why didn't he go? Why can't, we just do this? Right? She knew I was a virgin. So she's probably like, oh, he's ready to go. Let's go. Let's do it. Most guys don't run out when they have boners and they're ready to go. Guess what? Blank, because I'm not going to say her name. I fucking busted a load. You just fucked the shit out of me with jeans on. So that's what happens when the boy is just at home, and instead of fucking jerking his meat to, whatever, because I didn't know what jerking was, even though every other kid in class talked about it, I was reading comic books and watching fucking Raw and just having boners to some porn after dark when I was feeling rebellious, and I had no idea what to do with it. I was just literally watching porn. For me was, oh, wow, I got a hard dick. Cool. All right. Awesome. That's it. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why I told that story, but yeah, your boy is very, very podcast rusty, and it sucks. And I don't know how I got from podcast rusty to the story of premature Jimbo, but that was cool. That was a great time. Yeah, man, it's a fucking year later. It's crazy. When I listened to that podcast, and I was even looking at my memories from a year ago. We were locked down. We just got locked down, and I was with my daughter for fucking 2 weeks straight because her mom got the flu and they thought it was COVID and whatever, bro. But we here now. We're open now. We're kind of open. We got our stimmies. I'm still waiting on my fucking taxes so I can hit another one of these real quick.
You ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter.
If you ain't talking money, then don't fucking talk to me today, all right? I'm acting brand spanking new. I'm acting brand new. That's it. That's a fact. And that's a motherfucking fact of life. It's St. Patty's Day. I'm starting it off right with the green matcha. Then later on, the cardio and everything I did today is not going to matter because I'm going to have fucking 8 Guinnesses and go to sleep at fucking 9. And that's it. Bro, my daughter is hilarious lately. She's doing this thing where she's just up certain asses sometimes. And I'm just like, bro, you can love me too. And she does it to her mother too. She does it to her mother when she's alone with her or whatever. I get it. But there's certain times where she's I can't fucking talk to her, right? Without her being like, oh, well, I'll be like, I love you. And she'll be like, I love you too. But I love mommy. I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, I love mommy. All right. But you love me, right? Yeah, I love you, but I love mommy. And I love Mimi too. Okay. Didn't bring him up. It's cool that you love everybody, but I didn't bring him up. I'm talking about you right now. I'm being a little selfish. Just tell me you love me. Daddy, I love you, but I love mommy.
Get the fuck out of here.
The fuck? And you can't have it. It goes beyond that too. It's fuck. My boy Serge at the barbershop was talking to her, and he was like, I think he said, he asked her about her fucking tablet. He was like, oh, daddy bought you that tablet? And she's like, he's souping it up. He's like, that's a nice tablet. That's a big tablet, whatever. And she's like, yeah, mommy bought me one too. Ugh. Nobody's talking about your mother. Keep her out of it. This is about daddy right now. When you're with daddy, it's about daddy. It's about nobody else. Fuck mommy. Fuck Mimi. Fuck everybody. Fuck my fucking dad. Fuck the grandfathers. Fuck everything. Fuck the city. Fuck the King's Guard. Fuck the king. It's about daddy, and it's only about daddy. When it's daddy time, it's daddy time. I don't want to hear none of this side shit. Why do kids do that? She's very advanced. And it's very fucking crazy. It reminds me a lot about me when I was a kid. She's very like, yo, when I want something, I'm gonna do this like Professor X shit, and I'm gonna try to get in your head, and I'm gonna get it. It's not working. I got my Magneto helmet on. Nerd.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's not working. Sometimes it does. But she does that shit. She's like, oh, but I want to go to Mimi's. And you know what I do at that point? When she starts fucking doing the little lip and she starts crying, and I'm like, you're not going. Deal with it. Go sit in a corner or fucking love me. And then she loves me, and we're chilling. We're playing Legos, and we're watching a movie, and that's it. She loves me all over again. Sometimes you got to put these kids in your... All the times, you got to put these kids in their place. You got to put these kids in their places all the times, or they'll walk all over you all of those times. Even when I tell her I love her, I'm like, I put her in her place. I'm like, I love you, but you're a shit, but I love you. You're fucking annoying, but I love you. Now when you wake up, because you're 3, your breath doesn't smell like fucking heaven anymore. Your breath smells like dick, but I love you. It's so crazy that happens. Her breath used to smell like just angelic orchids. I was gonna say roses, but I wanted to be extra. Her breath used to smell like fucking angelic roses. And now that she's 3.5, not even 3.5. Now she wakes up next to me and I'm like, oh, dude, go fucking brush your teeth because your breath smells like you've been eating ass. Like you fucking literally took your underwear off and just like left it in your mouth overnight after having a little like squirt after you farted. My daughter sharts too, and it's funny because it's probably what my underwear looks like, and that's why I do my own laundry. Secrets out. My girl does the dishes because I don't like doing the dishes. She's okay with doing laundry. But you know why I do laundry? Because I don't want her to see the shit stains. Do you know how fucking annoying it is that you have to wipe your ass 68 times and there's still shit no matter how many times you wipe? So sooner or later you're like, fuck it. I'm leaving it there. And I'll fucking take a nice shower whenever I get home, and that's it. It's shit. What are you gonna do? I ate, I digested it. It's just food. It's just stinky food in my fucking... I'm kidding. There's no shit stains on my underwear. There probably is sometimes, but whatever. She sharts too. That's fucking hilarious. And I treat it like an accident because I'm like, bro, if you fart, I have to teach her about sharding. So when she has an accident, obviously when your kid has an accident, you have to reprimand him. So when she has an accident, obviously I reprimand her. When she sharts, it's sharding, but it's still an accident. So I have to teach her, bro, I know you farted, and she's smart. Again, she's advanced. So she's like, I farted. I didn't. And sometimes she doesn't even know what to say. But I'm like, bro, it's an accident. You need to learn that sometimes you have to hold that fart in, and you will fucking figure it out. It will feel, sometimes you got to hold farts in. Preferably like, when you're sick, most of the time that's when it happens. But my rule of thumb, if it feels like I'm about to release a wet, how do I describe something that's hot and wet? Molten lava. If I feel like there's about to be molten lava coming out of my asshole when I'm about to fart, then I know it's a shart. So I just don't do it. So I'm trying to fucking teach her that. I'm like, yo, if you feel like you have molten lava about to drip out of your ass when you're about to fart, then it's a shart. Hold it back. Close the gates. Close the gates! Fall back! All the soldiers in her ass. Close the gates. Right? Man the wall. Go to the bathroom and let it loose. It's a shart. You got to take a shit. That's the difference. That's the Jimmy Lucca difference. The rules of... Nobody knows shitting more than me, dude. No one knows shitting and fucking jizzing their pants more than me. I promise you that. So yeah, my daughter's been doing that. It's hilarious. I wanted to share something with you guys that I thought was very important. I thought it was cool that, because Here's the thing, like to me, I feel like comedians, they not all of them. I feel like there's the ones that I like are usually very down the middle. And Sarah Silverman's one of my favorite comedians, right? And she posted this thing from her podcast, and she was spitting. She was talking about how things are lately. And I talk about this on the podcast all the time. I've been talking about this probably since I started podcasting. And I remember being on the original Take As Needed with me and Jenna and Dennis, and it was the same thing then. And they were, here's the thing with me, right? And I say it all the time. I respect anybody's views, but I respect anybody's views. If you subscribe, my personal opinion is that if you sit there and you're like, I'm a liberal. If you sit there and you're like, I'm a Republican. If you sit there and or conservative, whatever. My thing is like, why? You're basically, unless you legitimately like that's what you believe in, then that's fine. But I feel like this is very like culty. Like, I don't even know if that's a word. You're just following whatever. You're following a cult. You're just going with whatever is like popping in your circle or your family or whatever. And I just feel I'm always like open about it, and I feel like that's why I have the listeners that I have and I have the supporters that I have, because I'm very down the middle. There's times where occasionally there's people who are like people reach out to me, bro, your thoughts on this are so ignorant and blah blah blah, and it's always somebody who's one-sided. And I'm like, bro, you wouldn't be saying that if I told you my opinion on climate change, that I believe in it. Or if it's the fucking Republican listener supporter, oh, bro, you wouldn't be saying. I would tell him like, bro, you wouldn't be singing the same tune if I told you that I also believe that we should be able to carry guns. I don't. So I'm just gonna play this video from Sarah Silverman. Shout out to her, she's cool. I'm a big fan of hers. I've always been a big fan of hers. I haven't listened to her podcast, so that I have to. Obviously, I'm a podcast listener. It's hard to listen to podcasts. So I understand whenever people are like, yo, I'm behind or whatever. I'm like, dude, it's fine. You listen to it when you listen to it. It's a lot. You listen to it when you're in the car. You listen to it when you're taking a shit. You listen to it when you're fucking judging yourself because you're 14 and this girl's 16 and it's probably illegal, but it's okay because you're a guy. All right, I'm going to play this clip.
Absolutistness. It's the absolutistness of the party I am in.
And that
is such a turnoff to me.
She's talking about Democrat.
It's so fucking elitist. For something called progressive, it allows for zero progress. It's all or nothing. No steps toward.
No shit.
All or fucking nothing. Again, righteousness porn. And I've been thinking about this a lot, just in general. I don't know that I want to be associated with any party.
Amen.
I think I don't want to be associated with any party anymore. It comes with too much baggage. Every party. It comes with so much fucking baggage.
Oh, yeah.
That no ideas can be taken at face value. And without ideas, what are we? Without a common truth, how can we talk about it? Republicans might hear an idea that they would totally agree with, but if it comes from AOC, then they hate it. And of course, to be honest, when I hear an idea that comes from a Republican, it's suspect to me.
Wrong, but so right for being honest.
We all put too much shit on this stuff. We no longer are able to be a nation of ideas.
She's awesome for that. So to me, I think that she's very honest about, because like I said, there's a lot of comedians who are, and people in Hollywood in general who are very like, they just, and it's cool, whatever. Like, I think sometimes they do it to be like a little more, to come across more like for the people and stuff. And I get it. I don't think that Republicans are not for the people. I just think that they're obviously like, it's the richer, and it's fine, whatever, bro. I can't sit here and say that if I wasn't richer, I wouldn't be for what falls in line with the Republicans. But what she just spit about, like, that's the shit that I've been saying. I don't mean to sound like the hipsters that I was roasting in the beginning of the podcast, right? But that's the shit that I've been preaching for a fucking year. I'm just some fucking nigga from New York who lives in Rhode Island who is still kind of like just, I'm coasting, you know what I mean? I'm doing my shit because I love to do it, and if people listen and support and I keep building more listeners, that's cool. I've been spitting this shit for mad long. Probably since, I want to say, in 2016 when the whole Trump thing was going down, I was definitely riding the Democrat train heavy, right? So I won't say I've been doing it since then, but in 2016 I was riding that train heavy, admittingly, and because I'm very. You talk to anybody, and this is just my ideas, my beliefs. Like, this is all just me. I came up with this shit on my own. That's one thing I'm very confident about, is that all of my ideas, all of my beliefs, everything is from my own research that I've read with my own eyes that I believe in. And support who you want to support. But in 2016, when the Trump campaign ended the way it ended and we had Trump as our president, I was very anti Trump. I wasn't out here like, oh, not my president and fucking all this other shit, but I was very anti-Trump, and I still am. Fuck him. I'm not changing I'm just saying that I was definitely hardcore like, yo, yeah, you know what? I'm fuck. And then it literally took like a few months for me to be like, I'm not fucking anything. I'm not anything. Just because my views lean a little more towards the left, they say, right? But there's things that I'm also just kind of like, what the fuck is this? I believe in climate change. I believe in science. I don't necessarily think vaccines are like not sketchy all the way. I don't, let me reword that, because again, COVID brain fog's kicking in. I don't necessarily think that vaccines are like not sketchy, but I'm not gonna fucking, I'll be careless. I'll carelessly put it in me. Pause. Because fuck it, what's it gonna do? It's not gonna kill me. It's not gonna make me grow 3 legs. It's not gonna put a fucking Bill Gates chip in me. And if it does, whatever. I'll do that because I believe in science. But and also I believe that a woman should be able to have an abortion. Why is that up to us? But also I think we should be able to carry guns. Also, I'm not too sure. I'm not saying I don't believe in it, but I'm not too sure what a $15 minimum wage is going to do long term to our cost of living, to how much of a slice of pizza is going to be. That's how I think, because I'm 11 mentally still, kind of, right? I also am not sure about how extreme things are getting with everything just being forced down our throats and our kids' throats and our children's throats. And anything that I speak on as a father of a kid and our children of the future. When I'm a dad, I'm not just thinking about my child. I mean, I'm thinking about her, just her, and that's it. Don't get me wrong. That's my everything. But I'm thinking about kids in general. I see a kid, I'm like, I automatically, dad mode kicks in. Dad mode kicks in for people in general, right? My friends, they think it's annoying. My girl, she finds it funny and cute, whatever. My thing is, there's a lot of things that, and this is just me going off and just showing you that my views are all over the place. I think that there's a lot of things being shoved down our children's throats that don't need to be shoved down their throats when they're only fucking 12 and 13 and they don't know anything. When I was fucking 11 to 12, I wanted to be Jeff Hardy. And maybe I did go to wrestling school for a little bit and I got scoliosis, but I didn't do that in my back and I fucked up my back. But I didn't do that till I was like fucking 14, 15. And it took a couple years for me to really be like, all right, I want to be a wrestler. I don't want to be Jeff Hardy. Kids don't know what they want to be. I had fucking 80 million phases in my life. And I'll get to what I'm getting at in a little bit, but I just think everything is so hardcore left or hardcore right. And when I tell that to the left, it's like, oh, the left, like, what are you, this and that and this and that? I'm like, no, bro, I'm not. I think I'm perfectly. I am perfectly a girl dad because I am for the woman. If my daughter turned out to be gay, I am perfectly a girl dad to a gay daughter or whatever. Because I am all for the LGBT community. So don't make assumptions. But I just think everything is too extreme. And if I say to the right, I actually told a friend of mine not too long ago, when Trump versus Biden was happening, the fucking right, like the far right. Oh, what the fuck is the far right? There's no far right. There's only far left.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's something somebody in the far right would say, you fucking dickhead. So, I gotta not text while I do the podcast, but it's work. So, yeah, bro, I just think everything's way too extreme. I think it's cool. It's cool. I think we need more. Like, that was cool on Sarah Silverman's part. I love her. I've always loved her. You know, I'm gonna be the hipster from fucking Thayer Street and be like, really? Now you're figuring this out? But it's good that she figured it out and she's open about it and she's admitting it. And now, hopefully that starts something where people in Hollywood. I just want the world to be back at, like, not so extreme. When I was younger, it wasn't like this. At least I don't remember. I remember it was like, yo, you're voting for Bush, or you're voting for fucking, I think it was Al Gore. I don't know. That shows you how much I don't give a fuck about politics, but kind of do. So maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong. I don't know. It wasn't so extreme from what I remember. And I remember a lot. Just like my daughter will remember a lot because she's so advanced. I was advanced as a kid, and I remember shit. I may not now because I have COVID brain fog, but I remember shit. And it was not this extreme. And I just want the world to, like, not be extreme. I'm not saying, like, yo, like, don't get me wrong. Work still needs to be done, right? Like, but I think a lot of work has been done, and now we're forcing a lot. And it's too much now. So, I'm going to keep going off probably, but I'm going to do an ad because we're halfway through. And, ladies and gentlemen, as always, Take As Needed is brought to you by Soulita Soap, which is on the shelves at Plant City. I've praised products on this podcast before, like their scented beard oil, ultra healing shea butter, and more. Lather that shit. Well, you can now get them at your earliest convenience and support a local Black-owned business in the best way. If you live local, shop local, and hit up Plant City to support the growth of Soulita. And as always, if you live out of state or even in the state, fuck it, you're lazy, you want your shit delivered, hit the link in my bio and use promo code Jimmy's Diner at checkout. That's promo code Jimmy's Diner at checkout. Soulita, for your very own. Like this, I made a joke on the last podcast. Like, we're not fucking talking about that. Whatever, bro. Right? The Dr. Seuss shit that was happening. Whatever. Fine. Now I'm hearing about the Pepe Le Pew shit. Here's the thing. Everything is getting canceled. Everything is getting canceled at this point. The Pepe Le Pew shit, don't get me wrong. Just, how do I fucking put this without I don't care about stepping on toes at this point. Let's be real. I'm 59 episodes in. I probably stepped on toes at this point as it is. I'm going to state my opinion. I'm going to talk openly. I talk out loud on the podcast. I think that's what if you ever want to start a podcast, speak, think out loud. Because at the end of the day, you're just speaking your thoughts. And that's one of the things that people have gotten canceled for. And that's crazy. Obviously, don't cross some lines. But this Pepe Le Pew shit, the fucking skunk or I think he was a skunk that was like pushing up on this other skunk. If you're gonna cancel one thing, cancel it all. There's so many things. Johnny Bravo. There's fucking what else, dude? Wrestling in the 90s. Should we cancel WWE? I mean, I don't know, bro. There's just so like where does it end? And if we're gonna do it to one thing, we gotta do it to all the things. So we're canceling the skunk because he was pretty aggressive and he was forcing himself on this. You know, I watched some of the cartoons and I didn't think that deep into it. I don't think anybody really takes cartoon. It's a cartoon. They drop fucking, what's the shit? The anvils? The fucking heavy things that I never knew what they were. I think they were called, I don't fucking know what they are. Hey Siri. An anvil. They used to drop anvils on each other. It's a cartoon. And if Warner Brothers wants to cancel it, fine, let them cancel it. Let's not fucking all start getting into a heated debate over cartoons. But here's my fucking piece on it. It's a cartoon. Cancel all of it. You niggas used to use hammers and anvils and fucking explosives on each other. Is anyone taking that shit seriously? Let me know now. At most, yeah, maybe fucking years later, even though fucking Pepe Le Pew doesn't exist, maybe years later say, hey, that wasn't okay. Fine. Whatever. Now everything's getting canceled, right? Cancel all of it. That's fucked up, right? But a couple years back when Cardi B's not canceled, and I think I recall a couple years back she was fucking talking about like, I don't know, like fucking robbing some dude in his sleep or whatever. Just crazy shit. Let me fact check myself. Oh, Cardi B explains why she drugged and robbed men. Oh, but she's still popping. She's not canceled, but a cartoon is.
Get the fuck out of here.
That makes the most sense to me in this world, and that's why that's why I love shit like the Sarah Silverman shit. And that's why I speak the way I speak. I don't talk out of my ass, ladies and gentlemen. This shit's fucking crazy. Whether or not they were poor choices at the time, I did what I had to do to survive. And guess what? An army of fucking hood bitches or just bitches in general. I'm sure there was a bunch of girls who were like, and I remember seeing it too. Oh, fucking niggas do shit like this all the time. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, two wrongs don't make a right. Did your parents not teach you this? Because that's like the biggest thing that used to get jammed into my head when I was 5 and fucking fighting with kids at school. Cancel all of it or cancel none of it. That's my opinion on the fucking cancel culture exists. Anybody who says it doesn't, woo, smoking dick. Wow, that's some good matcha tea. I'm on a roll today. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna be on the inner circle tonight. That's gonna be cool. It's a Facebook Live with a bunch of my homies. My boy Charlie. He's just his energy is amazing. He's the sassiest, most energetic, most New York fucking Puerto Rican nigga I know that lives in Rhode Island. I don't think he lives in Rhode Island anymore. I think he's back in New York. But he was bouncing around a lot. I just don't fuck with this world we live in the way it is right now. Everything's very eggshells, and I don't like I've made it clear on this podcast before that I don't like environments that make me feel like I'm walking on eggshells. If you're making me feel like I'm walking on eggshells, I'm done with you, and I'm done with the world. So when Elon rolls out the fucking ships to Mars, I'm out. I'm taking the stimulus money. I'm going to make my own COVID, right? And this is a threat. I'm going to make my own COVID. I'm going to fucking I'm going to have a lab in the basement of me and wifey's future home because we're planning that. Instead of making the basement the podcast area, I'm going to make it a laboratory. And I'm going to take a bunch of bats and I'm going to make COVID fucking 39 and I'm going to release it so I can have more stimmies. That's the key. You know what this shit just teaches people now? That as long as we have a pandemic and a deadly virus, they're just gonna print paper. So now this is just gonna give people more of a reason to. I just gave people the keys to success, and they would probably label this as like bioterrorism. But don't come after me because I'm not that smart to create like a bioweapon. So, but I'm just saying. I know what to do. I'm gonna create I'll turn into a mad scientist. I'll do all my research and I'll fucking create a bioweapon and I'll make COVID 39 in my basement with a bunch of bats. And guess what?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Stimmies for life. Stimmies for life. Stimmies for life. And I'm going to save all those stimmies and I'm going to get on a fucking rocket and I'm out of here because I'm done. I refuse to raise my daughter through this shit and it's fucking crazy. Everything's so extreme. Now you can't, gender reveals. I read about gender reveals getting canceled. I've been reading about that. I've been reading about gender reveals being offensive and offensive to who? Is it your kid? Did the kid come out of your fucking dick and then enter your girl? I don't get it. Why is it offensive to you? Did I fucking nut in your girl? Is it me and your girl's kid? Or whatever? He, she, what? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Everything's too much. And I don't mean to sound insensitive. I don't mean to sound like a dick. I'm very, very like I said, bro, I don't have to fucking speak on it. And I think that the sketchiest people are the ones who are like, I fucking love gay people, blah, blah, blah. But I love gay people. I really fucking do. I played for a softball league that was LGBT and their supporters. And you know what? They were cool as shit and they weren't extreme. But then you have people in the LGBT community where if I knocked my girl up and there was baby number 2 on the way and then we decided to have a gender reveal, let's get mad at that. Let's get mad at that. Why? It's not your kid.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's not your kid. You didn't nut in my girl. I did. Because that's what I do sometimes, all the time. I don't know. We'll make it a mystery. I don't like condoms. Jesus Christ. If I want to have a gender reveal, I'm going to have a gender reveal. Boy or girl. That's what I believe in. Fine. If you believe that what has been the way it's been since the beginning of time, which your kid's either born a boy or a girl. If you believe that that's been wrong for the last couple years, fine. I'm not taking that away from you. I'm not going to tell you that that's wrong. I will continue to think how I think. And this is the problem. If there's people like me in the world who still believe how we believe and think how we think, we're wrong. I would never call you wrong for how you think, but I'm wrong for how I think. And now you have to force that on me. And now they're forcing shit in movies and TV shows and just like this thought process of like, bro, or hey kid, you are nothing. You're no one. My daughter, I'm a girl. You're no one. But I am a girl. You're no one. I'm no one. And she comes home. I'm no one. You're what? I'm no one. So you're telling me that somebody out there stripped you of your identity.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm going to fucking lose my shit before she even gets to school. And again, label me how you want. That's fine. I don't care at this point. This is take as needed. Take it with a grain of salt. And take it if you need it. Take it if you want it. If you don't, turn it off. We're getting mad at gender reveals. We should be getting mad at the gender reveals that fucking look like weddings. That's what we should be getting mad at. That's the type of shit that we should fucking put our energies into. Our angry energies should go into the gender reveals that look like weddings. Hey, what's the baby shower gonna look like? I'm curious. Gender reveals legit. Those are the gender. I've never understood that, by the way. Even baby showers that look like weddings have always been weird to me. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a very celebratory dude. I'm a very like, yo, let's celebrate life kind of guy. I'm all for that. I'm big on like just celebrating anything. I will drink. I will fucking just, yo, you know what? Let's who's being born? Hey, you nutted in your girl? She's pregnant. Let's celebrate. But we're going to have a fucking gender reveal that looks like a wedding. Like everything souped up. Why do you guys have 87 gold-plated balloons for a gender reveal? Dollar store, baby blue or pink.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck me, dude. That's what I get mad at. Not, you shouldn't do boy or girl. I'm fucking triggered by you wanting to do boy or girl for your kid. Hey, I put in the work. I fucking did the strokes. I nutted in that. She's gonna give birth. She put in the work. Mind your fucking business. And I tell you what we can do together. We can jointly get mad at the fact that there are gender reveals that are weddings. Oh, God. You know what also pisses me off, too? This is stuff to get triggered by, right? Anti-kids people. Why is it that no one ever says anything to you ever? I'm not ever like, look at my kid. You don't have a kid. Fuck you. You guys are always the ones who are like, what was the fucking, you guys have like little funny fucking jokes. I'm not getting $1,400 for my kid. I'm only getting $1,400 for myself. So my bank account's looking real quiet for that extra $1,400. But you know what's also very quiet? Wait for the punchline. My house.
Get the fuck out of here.
You fucking suck. You suck. First of all, the jokes are always drier than your mother's pussy. Second of all, who asked you? I'm just out of pocket today. That's it. I'm just out of pocket today. I feel like the podcast groove is getting back to me. But really, though, I feel like anti-kids people are so weird. I'm not going to get to this point, but number one, if you hate kids that much, if you have like a sick, like, I fucking hate children, they need to all die, keep that shit to yourself. Because if there's missing children in the hood, or anywhere in Rhode Island, or anywhere that I'm at and you're around, and I saw a post that was very anti-kiddish, and you're actually like, you hate kids, officer, I'm not a snitch, but I look out for the children. Right over there. That one right there with the quiet joke that was very dry. Arrest her. And I don't want to get to this, but like, bro, if you can't have kids, just say it. Just say it. But that's the thing. If it's that, why go off on people who have kids? I don't get it. It's like when fucking people, people were getting the fucking the PS5s early, and people who didn't have the PS5s were like, yo, that PS5's trash. You don't have one. Shut up. I'm going off. I've been mad tired, bro. And being tired gives me anxiety. And it made me think, like, well, I don't know if anybody relates to this shit, but, like, when I get fucking tired and I have anxiety, when I have anxiety in general, I feel like a big baby, you know? It's so weird. Like, I just feel like a huge baby. Like, I there's no better way to describe an anxiety attack other than, like, you feel so helpless. Like, you know, you everything. Like, your throat's closing up, or you're getting very, like, jittery. Like, you're coming out of your skin. Your heart's racing. Your palms are sweating. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. Vomit on a sweater already. Mom spaghetti. And you just feel like a big baby. Last week I was super, bro, I think I'm still going through the COVID shit, but like I gotta do better on my sleep for sure. So that's definitely something I'm gonna be working on soon. Cause anxiety when you're tired is not fun. And yeah, that's just, I'm always dropping those little whatever gems, I guess. I'm not gonna call them gems because I feel like that's just super like cocky. But I just feel like I'm good at the whole mental health shit, and I try to help anybody when I can. When somebody's telling you they're going through an anxiety attack, don't laugh. They feel like a big baby right now. They feel like they can't do shit. They probably don't have a fucking Ativan in their car to pop. So give them some time. Let them fucking do what they got to do and go about your day. Always assume somebody's going through something. That's what I'm going to leave you with. There was I don't know if there was something else that I was, somewhere that I was getting to.
Of ideas.
But, Sarah Silverman just popped up again. Nice. Perfect. I think I'm late for my client, but it's all good. It's all good. Guys, this has been episode 59. Whatever I had in my mind, I forgot it, and I'll probably have it on next week. If not, I'll do something better. Catch me on the Inner Circle tonight on Facebook Live. Very important. I'll provide the link somewhere, and you guys will watch it, listen, whatever. It's going to be fun. Those are some funny guys, some good guys, and the conversations are always spicy because they're very spicy. And I love spicy food. So it's not food, but it's still spicy. Other than that, what else is going on? There's probably going to be, there's going to be a premiere barbershop podcast soon. Take As Needed and premiere. That's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to sitting down with all the guys over there. Shout out to them. They welcome me with open arms, and they're fucking hilarious. And they're the exact kind of like energy and people I like to surround myself with. And my girl said something to me this morning, and I felt like, dude, do you resent me right now? And she was like, you have fun at work, though. Like, I think she was like, I got to go to work. And I was like, me too. And she was like, you have fun at work, though. And I was like, yeah, I do. Everyone over there is cool. That's coming soon. And other than that, we're chilling. It's St. Patty's Day. You got your $1,400. Go spend it on a fucking bunch of Guinnesses. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Take As Needed, keeping it real as usual. The only way to keep it. I'll catch y'all next week.
My name is Jimmy.